Morning. It's Jim Walters and I'm with Sugah, and we're going on our 4-mile sunrise walk, 365 days a year. I'll tell you a few things about where we live as we go along. Here's the entrance to my man cave. Let me tell you, it's a man cave. I have about a 1,200 square foot fabulous shop in here with all the tools you need to maintain everything. I call this spot the Owl's Nest. Here's my pampas grass, and you can see the maples are starting to turn red. Several other trees. We got sunrise coming up through the trees over there. This is a wild magnolia I planted that I brought back as a twig from the woods about 7 or 8 years ago. It's turning into a beautiful tree. I cut in all these trails through the woods and built all these rails out of pine trees that have fallen over. I dedicated this acre of woods to my mother-in-law because she loved birds and butterflies and nature. I have lots of giant gumball trees on my acreage. Hey everybody, it's Jim Walters. And we're down here in the Priscilla Canal Bird Sanctuary and Nature Preserve that I created on a back acre of our property. And it has all trails and butterfly trails. And Sugah and I are on our way. I talk about my 4-mile walk every morning. Well, this little boy here has got about 12,000 miles on him. And he's raring to go. He wakes me up every morning and says, "Come on, Papa, let's head out for a walk." So we'll show you a few highlights of our walk. It's November 2nd, 2017, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's 60 degrees, and it'll go up to 80 today. It's a beautiful place. Some meditation chairs I put down here in the woods in front of the house, where you can come and sit and connect with nature and ground yourself and think about all your wonderful life and blessings from God. It's a 250 to 300 yard walk down the nature trail I put in down to our lake, and we live on Spalding Lake. And as you can see, if you can see that on the video, there's big beautiful homes all the way around the lake, and these are some wonderful, wonderful golf courses to come out and test your skills on. On the Weather Channel and see all this destruction and fires and hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and rivers overflown and dams breaking and everything. I knock on wood, and I'll knock on this maple tree over here. But we've had absolutely a perfect weather year again here in Aiken, South Carolina. And it's been like, 40 and 50 at night for the fireplace, and 55 to 65 and 75 during the day. Great to put on a pair of pants and get out in the yard and do some work and feel comfortable. Another quick look at Spalding Lake. This is where we live. We're taking the Oakman Trail this morning, and we're about a mile into our walk. Trees are starting to change. We got tons of wildlife up here. Look around here a little bit, but our change is just starting and ends around Christmas. The old leaf change is starting. Got yellows, reds, greens, and browns. Come on along with Sugah and I on the morning walk, 4 miles every day. Sugah's never had a collar on him and doesn't walk. He likes having a leash on when he goes with his mother. But when we're out here in the woods, he gets to run free. He chases deer, he chases muskrats, he chases silver and red foxes, he chases everything. And you know what, this morning we're passing a whole bunch of deer, but they're so fast I can't get pictures of them for you. But right now I'm looking at about 6 heading out. The beaver is starting on another dam, and we'll keep an eye on it, because wait till you see how beautiful it is when they get the whole thing done. And then it starts filling up with water back here. There's a little of last year's beaver whittling. They knocked a pretty big one down right there. He's a lucky boy to be able to get out here in the woods with me and have a little fun. There's a picture of the Sugah. He's all wet and ran through a few brooks and down a few trails chasing some deer. Here he comes. Phoebe's son Josh is a member of the Audubon Society, and he's come up here to visit us quite a few times, and he brings all his gear and his logbooks, and he's entered into, in one day, 40 different species of birds living in the woods around here, and like 7 to 10 different types of water birds that are down around the lakes. There's a chain of about 7 or 8 lakes that travel throughout Woodside, and they're all naturally fed by springs, so they never run out of water or rely on rain to keep them full. As they say in the South, see those trees yonder? That's Jim Walter's backyard, and it must be getting close to 8 o'clock now, because the first groups of golfers are coming through, and we have 4 lady golfers over on that beautiful putting green. Woodside Plantation, South Carolina. Phoebe and I have been here over 10 years now. Sun's getting high in the sky now. That's an hour and a half we've been out on the trail. It's a beautiful way to start your day. We have 4 levels in this house. 2 big balconies, 1 screened in. 2 beautiful balconies off the bedrooms. It's at least 5,000 square feet of living space. We're on the main floor, and we have everything you ever wanted upstairs and downstairs. Shop, gym, sewing rooms, music rooms, sound rooms, recording studio, man cave. It's a little big, but it's fun. Beautiful maple tree there. Wow. People don't realize that South Carolina is the palm tree state. And there's more palm trees in South Carolina, I think, than there is in Florida. And we have a beautiful temperature, and never really gets nasty around here. Old Glory has always flown high at my house my entire life.